Hello, everyone, and welcome to a fun D&D game that we're just doing for charity and for fun on Earth Day. I am Lauren. You might know me as Obo, the person who is usually the content coordinator for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, but today I am the DM for a bunch of wonderful people, and we're all going to be playing a game to celebrate Dottie, the Dandelion Familiar, who has just gone into the game 5 hours ago, and you can pick up right now in your game. They are available if you go to the shop, and from now until, I'm going to make sure I have this date right, May 3rd, all net proceeds from all Dottie sales will go to a wonderful organization, Conservation International, because Earth Day, trying to help out. So find Dottie in the store now, and you can also see Dottie being played by one of the wonderful people who I get to play with today. So I'm going to ask our players here to introduce themselves, and we'll start with Hope.
Hi, everybody. My name is Hope LaVelle. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheHopeLaVelle. Today, I will be playing Penelope Halfpint, coming out of retirement for this beautiful Earth Day charity, and also, I wanted to say I really hope you guys like Dottie. She's absolutely adorable. Everything turned out perfect, and she's really great, so get her.
Love it. Hi, everybody. I'm Eugenio. You can find me on the internet as DM Jazzy Hands. Tonight, I am playing Rex Feynaut, a satyr barbarian who has not yet met Dottie, but probably will die for her if necessary.
And
hey,
Shawn.
Sorry, no, that's me.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
go, Shawn. My brain was like,
so hard to organize.
I'm gonna go back here on mute. So yeah, hi, I'm Shawn. I am one half of the customer support team here at Codename and host of a lot of shows. So you'd think I'd be used to doing things like this by now, but apparently my brain went out the window. I'll be playing Norfear, who is a Furbolg paladin. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited.
Hey there, I'm Treavor Bettis, and I've hosted Grail Champions enough times that sometimes I just think I'm Shawn. You can find me on Twitter at the Treavor. There's an A hiding in there. I'm the community manager for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, and I am playing Alorith Don Maridin today.
Thank you so much. All right, shall we begin?
Let's go.
Let's start off with your arrival in the Grove, because you've all come from wherever it is that you have come from. You've come because you've been summoned by a friend of yours, Bron Brillick, the grove keeper of this grove, asking for your help. Which is weird because he's never had to ask for any help before, but hey, he's a friend of yours. You're going to show up. You're going to help out. So on this gorgeous day, through the sun-dappled trees and across the green grass, you come to the open glade to find your bugbear friend standing there, staff at the ready to greet you all. And what does Bron see when he looks over at Penelope?
Well, you see the tiniest halfling you've ever seen in your life, and she looks like a little shrub because she has a cloak of the forest floor, which makes her look like a shrub, and she's got poofy red hair that just is a wild mess, and she's got a splay of freckles and bright emerald green eyes full of wonder.
And as she approaches Bron, he waves and he says, "Oh, Penelope, it is good to see you. Did you bring enough snacks for the trip?"
Oh, yes, I did. I brought my favorite snacks, cinnamon sticks. I've got a whole bunch of them. I'll be munching on them.
I like it. It's very spicy. I think you'll find that the people you'll be walking with will enjoy them greatly. I see one of them now. So, Rex, what does Bron see when you come through the trees?
Bron sees a satyr come walking up, and I've got, the two horns of a satyr, but you can't see the horns very well because I've got a cloak on with this sort of very rounded, bright red and gray hood that sort of just sits right on top of the horns, and strapped to my back because the satyr's little, so I don't think it could be on the side. I would be like this the whole time, but it's just this enormous, oversized maul, about as tall as he is. And Rex comes like bursting into this little glade here, like head down, running as fast as he possibly can, which is impressively fast, and sort of pulls up short.
Oh, still got spring in your step, Rex. It's good to see you.
And you?
And did you bring enough snacks for the trip?
I did for me. I hope you don't think I'm sharing any of this pie jack jerky.
Well, I was kind of hoping the four of you together could put your snacks together, but we'll see. Maybe someone else brought some extra. Oh, here comes Norfear right now. And what do people see when they see Norfear?
Yeah, you hear Norfear before you actually see him, because you just hear like the clanking of his armor. So he clips through and he pushes through. It's like good, like 7.5 feet tall, really short buzz cut, like light purple skin, big long, kind of cowish like ears, and dark blue eyes. And he's just like he just looks around very like, oh, okay, like this is it? Okay, hey guys, how's it going? It's been a while. Hey guys, hello, and just looking around, waving, smiling.
Ah, welcome, Norfear. Good to see you. Did you bring enough snacks?
Oh, I think so. I just bought some cookies. I hope that's okay. Yeah, freshly baked, like a little still hot in the bag. Oh, still got them in the oven before I left, so hopefully they're still good.
Oh, chocolate chip?
Oatmeal raisin, actually.
Ooh, very, very good. I'm sure everyone will enjoy those. Ah, and the final person we were waiting on is here. Alarith, would you please describe yourself?
Yeah, Alarith is a tall old elf with a long white beard. He has a staff that he walks with that's kind of got these spirals at the top that kind of look like flame etched into the wood. And he has this patchwork coat on that goes all the way down to his legs, and it's just different colors of brown, but he steps and kind of flicks it a little bit, and you can see that underneath in the inside of the coat there's these bright red and oranges with like pieces of cloth that make it look like flame. And he pulls that back close to him and sees Bronn and says, "Hello there, Bronn."
Ah, hello. Come on over and meet your traveling companions. I hope you brought enough snacks.
Oh, I did. Oh, and he looks over at Shawn's character. He says, "Well, I also brought cookies. Chocolate chip. You?
Oh, oatmeal raisin.
Oh, fantastic. My second favorite.
You can never have enough cookies.
Yeah.
Yes, and I've made sure that
share with them.
I've made sure that these aren't cursed, so that's good.
But you can curse cookies?
Apparently, someone did once. Had a bad run-in. Not fun.
Oh no.
I would highly recommend not cursed cookies. It's so sad. Well, I will get right to it. Thank you for coming. I have a friend that I need you to escort down the path here. It's about a 2-day journey. Normally, I wouldn't ask for any help. Normally, when a treant is gonna move, there's not much to stop them, but we've had some peculiar things going on in this grove recently. And you watch as he kind of gestures around, and this grove looks immaculate. The trees are all healthy. The grass is thick and lush. There's flowers everywhere. But he starts pointing out what you can now see are, the kind of imperfections and where only the artist notices those imperfections. That's what he starts pointing.
No idea what you mean.
Not a clue.
Yeah, never dealt with that in my life.
No, nobody here understands that. We've had some vandals come through. We've had some vandals. They've been stealing branches from some of the trees, pulling off some bark. There's been a couple of times in where even the fruit has been stolen. And I haven't caught them yet. They always seem to be gone by the time I notice anything has happened. And so I'm a little worried that Rosa C might get waylaid by these ruffians. And so I've asked you to escort her. She's laden with pears and is going to be going to a new grove to start up a whole new glade. but it's about a 2-day walk for an Ent, and I would really appreciate it if you could help her out.
We would be happy
Sounds
to.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
And from behind you, as you had all walked past her, not even realizing that this tree ant was there, because, you know, they're very good at being just regular trees, you hear the ground kind of uproot itself, and this sonorous voice go, "I'm so excited!" And you turn around, and there is, by all accounts, a young pear tree standing there, now with a face in the bark. The legs have formed, and it's small for a tree ant, but she is certainly not small to any of you. She's maybe several feet above all of you. And when you were told that she was laden with pears, there might be more pears than leaves. She is, as she walks up to you, one actually falls out, overripe, and she catches it and says, "Oh, I brought my own snacks." And she holds this pear out to you.
Alerth is going to take it and just say, "You're the most adorable thing I've seen since the small one there."
Well, I appreciate the healthy option we have now. It's good.
I just clarify, do you eat the pears too?
Well, I make the pears, no, but I don't eat them.
Just making sure.
That would be weird,
Correct.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And look, I have
Okay.
no problem with weird. I just, want to know ahead of time.
It was a question that needed to be asked for science.
We were all thinking it.
And Bron speaks up and says, "Oh, no. She will just need some time on the path to get a little soil and a little bit of water, and she won't need to take part in any of your snacks." And this pear tree, Rosacy, says, "But I'm so excited to go on this journey with all of you."
Me too.
Yay! This
Woohoo.
is great. Where are we going?
You don't know?
And you hear Bron sigh. "Rosacy, you're going to the north. You're gonna follow the deer path and go to the new glade. It's about 2 days." "Oh, okay. And then I stay there, right?" Yes, you do." And you can all tell this is like the 20th time this conversation has happened, and this is a very young tree. And he looks back at all of you and says, "Hopefully along the way there won't be any issues, but if there are, I trust all of you to keep her safe. Do you have any questions?"
Is there anything we should be on the watch for? Anything that might be a problem?
"Nothing that you should need to watch out for. This whole forest is steeped with nature's magic and has a strong connection to the Feywild, but it has never been a problem up until these ne'er-do-wells that I will find, and I will catch, and I will give a stern talking to."
Very well.
You realize if we find them, it might be more than a stern talking to.
I wasn't going to mention that.
We were all thinking it.
I trust all
Would have
of
thought I'd
you.
be the voice of the group.
Bron looks unfazed and says,
Great.
"I trust all of you to do whatever you think is the right thing to do. I wouldn't have asked you here if I was afraid you would make poor decisions."
This is going to be fun.
And behind you, Rosacy says, "Yes, it is!" "Where are we going again?" Ron sighs. And he pulls out a little piece of paper that has some very simple instructions. And it literally is follow the deer trail to the north. It's about a 2-day walk of tree and leg size. That about halfway you should find a nice place to camp next to a lake. All of it should be fairly safe, and information about the glade that Rosa C is going to. And he holds the piece of paper out to one of you because obviously she's not going to remember it.
Alice will grab it.
Thank you. That is really all you need. It should be a very easy walk.
I do enjoy a walk.
Absolutely nothing should go wrong.
That's always said before everything goes completely fine.
Yeah.
Well, I trust you to take care of it then. Rosa C, have a wonderful new glade experience. I'm so excited. And 2 more pears fall off. All right. Would you like to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Rosa C just immediately turns and starts walking towards this deer path. Her end legs are long, but she walks incredibly slowly. So for every couple of steps that you all take, she has one big lumbering step. And so it's pretty easy to keep up with her. You also notice she stops pretty often. Is that a berry bush?
Nope, that's just Penelope again. Keep going.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's just such a lovely cloak. Does your cloak make berries?
I make berries. They're really good.
Are you a tree ant too?
Oh my gosh, I wish I was. You guys are the coolest.
Well, I think you're the coolest. You can make berries. All I make are pears.
But pears are amazing. Not everybody can make pears.
Well, that's true, I guess. I'm trying to hold on to as many of them as possible so that I can have them all when I get to the glade, but it's been really hard because they're really, really ripe.
Alert leans over to the other two and go, I think their positivity could power an entire wizard's tower.
It's nice. It's a nice break from being in town.
Agreed.
That's one opinion on it.
As you continue down the path, I would love some survival checks from the 4 of you as you're following some basic instructions and see if you can make it through these woods.
Got an 8.
All right.
14 for Rex.
15.
26.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Rex, Penelope, and Norfear, you're like, we gotta follow the deer path. It's just a deer path. We're gonna keep going north. It's great. That's no problem. Until suddenly there's not a path anymore. And you're like, what happened? And Alarith, tell me, why do you see the path like this is a video game and they do that thing where they light up the direction you're supposed to go in when you get lost? How do you know exactly where to go?
Alarith is a druid of the Circle of Fire, and so perhaps there's a tree that had been struck by lightning or something and had lit a certain area of brush, and he's able to still see where the path is through this still regrowing area.
And Rosa C comes on over and says, "What happened to this tree?"
Oh, well, it was... And then he thinks about what he's about to say. It took a break from being a tree.
Literally.
It's sleeping.
Yes. No, I'm not going with that one.
No,
I'm not opening the door for that one.
No.
Oh, I do that sometimes. Okay.
And it will eventually be a tree again. That's the nature of these things.
Cycle of life.
It is nature. Uh-huh. Where are we going again?
To your new home.
And you notice, as you've seen this path, and as she's been looking up at this tree that's been struck by lightning, more of these pears have fallen off. And I need perception.
Those?
Huh?
Should we be collecting those?
Yeah, I'm just picking him up as we go. Just I'm gonna make a nice pie when we get home.
That's actually wonderful. Okay, so here's what I need. Norfear, I need a retroactive perception check to be picking up pears along the way. The rest of you, would you give me a perception check right now to see something else?
11.
11, great. Yeah, you've absolutely picked up all the pears. You've got 4 of them in your hand. I mean, that's all that's fallen off in the last couple hours of walking. How about the rest of you?
I don't normally use this dice set, but I might use it for the rest of my life because I just rolled an 18 after a 19. So that is 22.
Yeah, I've rolled 2 6s so far. That's it.
10.
Penelope?
Yeah, 10.
And Rex got a 16.
Okay. So yeah, Norfear, you're holding these pears that you've picked up along the way. You're pretty happy with them. Rex and Alarith, as Penelope, I think you're probably distracted once again explaining to Rosa C where you're going. The two of you see these pears fall down, and there's a moment where you're like, oh, yeah, that's okay. And then you take a whiff. And they had mentioned that these pears were really, really ripe. And I think, Alarith, you actually maybe go down and pick up one of these pears, and the sweetness coming off of this is literally intoxicating. These pears have started to ferment.
Oh, did I miss one? Oh, thanks.
Huh.
And as you pick this one off the ground, you also notice that coming from behind you, it's like a swarm of fruit flies. They're just kind of following your path behind you. You hear the gentle buzzing. They're getting a little closer, and as they get closer, you notice they're kind of flying in the air in irregular patterns.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, but why? They're so cute.
They look like they've had too much pear.
I don't think you could ever have too much pear, could you?
Rex, who has also found one of the fermenting pears and is chowing down on it, is like, nope, this is great. Best pears I ever
I missed
had.
another one. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can have that
sorry.
one. No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I got tons. I'm good.
Rex, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Heck yeah. Natural 1. Natural 10. It's a 22.
I mean, this may be fermented fruit, but it's not like a full-on drink.
Sure.
It tastes pretty good, but nah.
Yeah,
This
right.
is fine, unless you're a fruit fly. And
Right.
as these fruit flies get closer, you do notice they're a little bigger than they normally would be, and they continue to, as swarms, go after some of these pears and then devour these pears incredibly fast, and then come off the pears and continue to cartwheel in the air in irregular patterns. And as they get closer and closer, you see they're actually getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, no.
Oh,
The flies
do we
are?
have yeah, yes. The fruit flies are getting larger and larger.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna put
Rosa C,
my
are
pears.
you feeling okay?
I'm gonna put my pears away really quick.
I feel fine. Are these new friends?
I don't think so.
Just so I'm clear, these are pears that came off of her, right? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, I point at the flies and go, and do these normally follow you and grow in size at an alarming rate?
I've never gone anywhere before, so huh?
Oh
Yes.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. Rosa C,
Yeah.
are your pears magical? Do they make you grow? Give me one, give me one. Give me one.
Oh, sure. And she reaches and just like plucks one and hands it to you.
Penelope will eat one.
Perfect. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
She grew 5 sizes that day.
That's right.
Oh darn, it's a 19.
I just want to fail.
I
Man.
know it's going to be a good game when we're all rooting for ones.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I know, right? Hey, listen, there's more stuff that might be
Yeah,
happening.
more opportunities to fail. Don't worry.
Penelope, you dig into this pear, and it's that kind of sweet that is almost too sweet. And whether you like that or not, some people love it, Cadbury cream eggs. but it's definitely got that tang of, it's fermented. It's a little strong. You don't feel anything magical and specific. And then you look back over as you've had this conversation, and the fruit flies have started to swarm over Rosacy, who goes, "Oh, no, I need to save those. No. And I think we can roll some initiative.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair. I called it out, and now the dice is like, well,
Yeah,
show
that
you.
seems right.
That's fair.
I can't
just-
roll above a 7. Great.
You're getting them all out now. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
definitely.
Yeah, that means every smite from here on out is natural 20, right? That's how this works.
I mean,
Just statistically, that's how this works, right?
exactly. It's got to work that way. All right. Alarith.
With no modifier whatsoever, a 2.
Oh,
Perfect. Norfear.
4.
Rex.
Literally
are you a
twice
six?
as fast.
I'm
Twice
not
as
6,
fast.
but I am 8.
Okay.
Twice as
We're
fast.
doubling up. We're doubling up. Yeah.
Ah.
Penelope, did you make it into double digits?
12.
Yeah, there we are. Wow.
50%. Okay, that's not bad.
And here I thought that the intoxicated fruit flies got a really poor 14. And
Oh my god, they're so fast.
and yet here we are.
And yet
When
here
you
we
have
are.
that one intoxicated friend who just likes to run. That's these flies. Yeah.
So as they swarm over Rosacine, she's very gently batting them away. And you now see that these fruit flies have grown almost to the size of a pear. They're huge. And they continue to fly in swirly patterns. But there are so many of them that when they swarm over you, it's a bit much. So you know what? There's 4 swarms and there's 4 of you. Let's have some fun. One of them is going to go after Penelope. One of these swarms. Does an 11 hit you?
Nope.
It's annoying. It's frustrating. They're loud. And it's weird because now they're buzzing in off key. So they're not even buzzing together. It's very bad. It's like they're trying to sing a song and nobody is in tune. And now you just got fruit flies around you. Rex, let's see if... Ooh, does a 21 hit you?
Oh, yes.
Okay. You are going to take 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
Are we all kind of grouped together?
Yeah, I kind of had assumed that you were all around Rosacy, but if you would have liked to have been somewhere else, I will be a kind and generous DM and say that you were there.
Okay. I was wondering if we were like all kind of grouped together because I want to. If so, then I can use my reaction to intercept the attack.
Okay.
And then reduce the damage. So.
All right. Then if you would like to intercept away.
All right. So that'll reduce it by 10 points. So you take nothing.
Woohoo.
Well, there's a little bit more coming.
No.
You do, so it was 7 piercing damage, 5 poison damage,
Okay.
and I need you to roll a d100.
Yes, please.
One.
See, you're right. No, 67.
What?
7. You are batting away these humongous fruit flies. A couple of them kind of get through your armor and
Ow.
bite, and it's bad. You know, you're fine. You can handle it. These are just fruit flies. And you manage to get away from most of them by kind of ducking a little low. And you're pretty short to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not that far from the ground when you notice that you're standing next to what looks like an anthill. And one of the red ants is doing this.
If you're gonna talk to me, you better do it quick, because I'm about to start smashing. Grabs his maul.
And this red ant, come on.
Okay.
You are the one we've been waiting for all our lives. We pledge our lives to you. What was your name?
Yeah, all this makes perfect sense to me. I'm Rex.
Rex, we pledge our lives to you. Down with the fruit flies.
Down.
What you have rolled is a colony of red ants has sworn loyalty to you and will do as you've command. You now have
Incredible.
a swarm of insects. So you can grab those on D&D Beyond.
Great.
What?
Manage
What
extras. Sure.
Sure. While Eugenio pulls that up, Norfear, let's see if the fruit flies get you. That is a 22 to hit.
That does it, yeah. You
Okay.
make sure you take off 7 damage off that from the interception.
Got it.
You're going to take 5 piercing damage and 7 poison damage, and I need you to roll a D100.
All right.
And
Come on.
while this roll is happening, I would like to remind everybody at home that we are playing this ridiculous game in honor of Earth Day. And the fact that Dottie, the Dandelion Familiar, is out now in Idle Champions, where if you purchase that familiar in the game, until I got to pull up the date every single time, all
Never
sales
remembered
through
either.
May 3rd will be donated
There
to
you go.
Conservation International, and this will be net proceeds. Meanwhile, back with the pairs and the fun, what was that D100 roll?
Got a 48.
48. I need you to roll a D10.
Oh god. 2 rolls? What is this?
We
I
love
know.
this.
7.
You shrink by 7 feet.
Oh,
That's how tall I am.
I'm gonna say you shrink to 1 foot tall.
1 foot?
Penelope, you're not the shortest person.
What? Oh no. This is I'm really Penelope, you grew so big from that pear. Oh, what happened? Oh no.
Yes.
You're suddenly out of the fruit flies because they were all swarming around you up here, and then you go, and now they're way up there. And finally, Alarith,
Hello.
let's see if you get to be. Does a 9 hit you?
No, and I'm actually now
Oh.
disappointed about that.
I like creating encounters where you want to be hit. Yeah, unfortunately, whatever you're wearing, the fruit flies just can't seem to get through your clothes. Maybe the ones that are coming after you had a few too much Pear, and now they're
I just keep snapping flames at them.
Get.
All right, Penelope, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
bugs, bugs, bugs everywhere. Let's have more bugs. Infestation.
Okay. All right, I need to know what bugs are you summoning out of the ether?
Penelope picks a little flea out of her hair, chucks it, and it erupts into ladybugs.
Oh. All right, and what is the area that's
Eugenio and I were both
infestation?
very concerned.
It was horrifying, and I
got you.
loved it.
There was a twist in the middle of that spell casting. All right, so what's the area of infestation?
It's 30 feet. 30
All
feet.
right, I'm gonna say you can get all 4 of these swarms if you also hit Alarith, or you can get 3 of them without hitting anybody else.
Bring it
I'll
on.
do 3. I'll do 3.
All right.
Okay.
Am I saving or are they?
Yes, it's a Constitution saving throw DC 13.
Oh, this swarm of intoxicated fruit flies with disadvantage on their Constitution saving throws. I'm sure that it's going to be great. I would like you to know, I wasn't lying about that disadvantage, and it would have been a natural 20, but instead it's an 8.
Woohoo!
So I'm assuming that's a fail.
Mhm.
The second swarm gets a 7. And the third swarm gets a 4. All right, all 3 fail. What happens?
All right. This is going to be. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but they get 3 points of poison damage. I don't know if they're affected by poison. But they are now moved 5 feet in a random direction. So either you or I can roll a d4 and see if it pushes them away from Rosacy.
Move them down.
Okay.
Move them down.
So well, at this moment you're all kind of clumped together, so any direction will work.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that d4 just so we can pick a direction. One will be north, and then we'll go around the compass.
Okay.
unless
That's a 3.
All right, so south. So 3 of these swarms, these massive fruit flies and these tiny little ladybugs get into an aerial battle, the likes of which have not been seen over this forest in centuries. And somehow these tiny little ladybugs manage to just grapple all of these fruit flies and pull them. How many feet was it?
5.
5 feet off of all of you, off of Rosacea, who sighs with relief. And is there anything else?
So, nope, does not provoke attack of opportunity, and that is it. We're good to go.
All right, Rex, what would you like to do?
So the first thing I'll do is order my fire ant army.
What would you like us to do?
Get up there, defend the pears, don't eat them. And just sort of send them up our treant friend to defend the pears while we take care of the flies.
Excellent. The ants are marching 2 by 2.
2 by 2, yeah.
Hurrah, hurrah.
And I'm gonna squish some flies. I'm gonna swing my maul and squish some flies.
Sure. Would you like to go after the one swarm that's still around you, or one of the 3 that have been moved?
If the one is still around me, I will go after that one, because in my head, they've gone not for me at first, but for the remains of my pair, which is unacceptable, and now I'm angry about it. And so as I command the ants and then draw my maul and yell inexplicably, "Shepherd!" and start swinging my, you're welcome. And those of you who have played Mass Effect are welcome, and I'm very sorry to the rest of you. It was almost a natural 20. It's a 13 to hit the first one.
Absolutely.
All right, great. That's not correct. The maul is 2d6. Here we go. That is 12 bludgeoning damage on the first one.
Oof.
And I'll swing to smack some more.
Sure.
This one is an 11 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and another swing of the maul does another 13 bludgeoning damage. Just the bigger the squish, the better for Rex. So, we're going to town here.
Absolutely. There is something about being so angry at almost losing your pairs, but also elating to have now this fire ant colony at your command.
Yeah.
You slam into these huge fruit flies, and like you're hitting baseballs that and this swarm is decimated.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think that'll do it this turn.
All right. Norfear, there are still the 3 swarms that are 5 feet away in a battle with ladybugs.
How up are they? I'm very tiny now.
You are very, very tiny.
Yeah.
Because it's funny, I'm gonna say that at least one of the swarms is only 2 feet off the ground.
Okay.
That you can reach.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. If not, I was gonna Misty Step into one of them and just attack from the inside, but that saves me a spell, so that's okay.
I mean, if you wanted to do that I'd let something super cool.
No, let's do that. Yeah. So whatever one is higher off the ground, I'm gonna bonus action Misty Step into the middle of them.
All right.
And then just with the longsword out, make 2 quick attacks as I'm falling.
I love it. Give me 2 quick attacks, and I may let you do something else because this is epic.
First one is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
That is a 9 damage for that one.
All right.
And the second one is 8 to hit.
That sadly does not hit.
Yeah, okay.
I think as you're falling through this swarm of fruit flies, the second hit comes as you're kind of paying attention to the ground.
Yeah.
Quickly coming at you. There is a second swarm, that swarm that was only 2 feet off the ground below you. Would you rather an acrobatics or an athletics check?
Oh, athletics for sure.
Give me an athletics check.
10.
With a 10, you grab a hold of one of these giant fruit flies because they've continued to grow, and now they're kind of the size of melons. And you are only 1 foot tall.
It's about as big as me then?
It's about as big as you, and you manage to grab hold of some of its little tiny legs, and you hear it.
Oh, I got one.
And you are now dangling under this fruit fly. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, that's it.
All right. Alarith, it is finally your turn.
So all these flies are swarming around me, right?
These are now all 5 feet away.
They're all 5 feet away?
Yeah, the one swarm that did not get moved has been decimated.
Okay. Can I position myself well to just hit that with burning hands and not hit anyone else?
Absolutely.
Okay, then I will do that. Then they need to make a dexterity saving throw.
And then how big is Burning Hands? That's a 15-foot cone?
Yep.
If you crouch down next to Norfear and go up, you can get all 3.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll
All right.
just get down there. Hello, little friend.
Wait, I'm dangling off of one of those. I'm in a storm right now.
Yeah, but the swarm is kind of big, and so...
Okay.
Actually,
So-
while I was moving, I just caught him and then put a hand up.
just cut me a little bit. Okay, I got you, friend.
You're hanging off this fruit fly, and like it's slowly descending like a balloon that's been deflated, and so you're low enough that he can.
Okay,
kind of,
good.
Mostly because I wanted the two of you to have an interaction. Okay, what kind of saving throw is this?
Dexterity.
Okay, that's a dirty 20 for one of them.
Oh well, I mean that's gonna be good.
That's a 17 for the next one, and that's a 4.
Okay, so
So I guess 2 of them saved.
yes.
Okay.
So I'm casting this. When you said that I was gonna hit more than one, I was gonna cast it at 2nd level.
All right.
So I get 4d6.
And as this fire goes off, the rest of you do hear Rosa C. Not softly go, "Oh no! Oh no! Fire's bad! No! And she just keeps saying no, as she slowly is stepping away.
So that's 15 fire damage to the flies. And
15 if they
failed.
If they failed,
Yep.
and half if they succeeded, I assume.
correct.
Okay.
And Alorith will look back at Rosa C. And say, "Do not worry, these flames are not for you, nor will any flame be that is near you while I'm here."
You sound kind of noble when you say that. Okay, I will believe you. Anything else?
No, unless Shawn wants me to put him down.
So I got him. I got the one still. We're good.
I got him.
Yeah, just wrangling now. Yeah.
Okay, there are 3 swarms left. And so I think Alorith, Rex, and Penelope, you got swarms coming your way. They are trying to steal your pears and bite at you. Penelope, does a 21 hit?
It does.
All right, you are going to take 6 piercing damage and 4 poison damage, and I need that D100.
Oh boy. It's gonna be a 33.
33. Remember how before you were looking around to see if the pears were magic, if there was magic going on? Oh, this is magic. Whatever these weird giant fruit flies, whatever is happening here is some weird interaction. Maybe it's alchemical, maybe it's part of the natural cycle around here, maybe it's the Feywild. You're not exactly sure. All this goes through your mind as you polymorph into a sheep. And you are now a sheep.
Woo!
Do you have you don't have polymorph at this level, so
No.
so you just turned into a sheep. Is there
Right.
anything? Or no, that was on my turn. Sorry.
I like the idea that she still keeps her cloak.
Would you like to keep your cloak?
I think my cloak turns into the wool,
Oh.
so it's like a shrub sheep.
Just green all the way around.
Yes.
Yeah.
100% yes. Okay, Rex, here comes some fruit flies at you.
Yeah,
It's
bring it on.
22 to hit.
Oh, that'll do.
All right. You're gonna take 4 piercing damage and 6 poison damage, and you know that D100's got to come.
4 piercing and 6 poison. Okay. This is a 75.
75. Okay. One of these giant fruit flies, as they swarm around and try to bite you and whatever it is that fruit flies can do, one of them goes and suddenly turns into a very large 20-sided dice that seems to be made out of some kind of hard material. Maybe it's wood. It's very smooth. You're kind of unsure. It's currently red, and it's kind of softly glowing red, and it just gently lands in your hands.
Roll it right now. Roll it right now.
I mean, it just so happens that Rex has proficiency in dice.
Excellent.
So I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna throw it at a fruit fly at my next opportunity.
Okay. All right. You hold on to that. I love that so much. This final group of fruit flies is going to go after Alarith. Does a 21 hit you?
Oh, yeah.
All right. These fruit flies are suddenly feeling that they want these pears. 6 piercing, 4 poison. And guess what? Guess what? I need that D100.
I will intercept that attack for Alarith.
Oh, so no damage?
It'll be you take you take, so it gets reduced by 11. So you take no damage.
Okay. Well, thank
Still
you.
got to roll the D100.
You weren't going to stop me from rolling that D100.
Yeah.
I would have argued to not do that.
I would have taken it back. Don't worry.
71.
71. Okay. All right. You look over at Penelope, who is currently a sheep, and for whatever reason, what goes through your mind is it's really good that she is not cooked. Something else might come up a little later.
Uh-oh.
All right. That is the fruit fly's turn.
I have concerns.
Okay, I'll just say it. You find the sight of cooked meat to be highly offensive for the next 10 minutes. So if anyone shows you any cooked meat...
Highly offensive is definitely the better version.
Highly offensive.
The irony that the circle of fire shrew is just like, nothing cooked. Nothing cooked, no thank you.
Penelope. Bah.
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 Cool.
How smart is a sheep?
It has a intelligence of 2.
Oh yeah.
You still recognize your friends. You still recognize the things that had attacked you. You still kind of remember what you were doing. But other than that, bah.
Can I eat some flies?
Absolutely.
They just look tasty.
Sure. Give me. Does the sheep actually have an attack?
The
on
only
it?
thing is that they're sure-footed. They don't really have an attack.
All right. You know what? We're gonna make this easy. Go ahead and roll D20 and add +5
Okay.
because you're proficient in biting attacks.
Oh my god. Okay, +5. That's a 17. 17.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll. Give me 2d6 damage. Sheep are fierce.
All right, give me something good. That's 5.
5. This was one of the swarms. It's been burnt. It's been whacked. It's been hit quite a bit, and you just start chomping away. And by the time you're done, there's nothing left of this swarm. You got a full belly.
I don't know how I feel about what I just saw.
Well, all's wool that ends wool, you know.
Oh.
Dang it, Shawn!
We lost our DM.
Yes.
All right, fine.
Time to go home, folks. No.
That was pretty good. Okay, would Penelope the sheep like to do anything else?
Nope. I'm just gonna chill.
All right, the most chill sheep ever. Rex, you've got your ants. You've got your maul. What would you like to do? And this D20.
And this D20, right. Okay. So I just got attacked by a swarm. So there is a swarm by me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to swing once with the maul to start at the swarm that is near me.
Sure.
Continuing to be quite angry about my lost hair. Ooh, that's a 7. So maybe I should
You're
try.
a little too distracted by this.
I
dice.
am. I'm sort of swinging with one hand and just looking with the other. It's kind of nice, a little oversized, probably loaded.
That could make a good mole.
Not bad. this didn't work. I will just try and club one of the flies with the die. I won't throw it since they're right next to me, but I will try and club one of them with it.
All right. For ease, just use your mall stats and
Great.
let's go with it because you are proficient in dice.
That's right. I knew that dice set proficiency would come in handy. That's a 16 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
Phenomenal. You use the maul damage? This is a damn good die.
It's super. It makes
I love it.
too much sense.
Yeah, I love it. It's perfect. So 13 bludgeoning with the die.
What do you mean you don't roll a
Excellent.
d20 for damage when you hit with a d20?
Yeah, it's a good
Well,
point.
Interestingly enough, I do actually need you to roll a d20.
Amazing.
As you do, you've now diced this other swarm of fruit flies to smithereens.
Yes.
There's pretty much nothing left. There is only the one swarm that remains. What did you roll?
A 9?
Excellent. When you smacked this d20, because it doesn't have a handle and you're used to the maul,
Sure.
you wail on these fruit flies, but you do accidentally drop it for a moment, and it
Totally.
rolls. And it was this red color, kind of nice and glowing, and now it's this pretty purple.
Doesn't match me anymore, but that's all right. It was a good weapon.
Anything else?
No, I think that'll do it this round.
All right, Norfear, there's one swarm left. You're currently hanging on to the bottom of a very intoxicated fruit fly. What would you like to do?
Try and guide it over to the other one to make sure I'm in range.
Give me
and
an
then
animal handling check.
oh god,
Yeah.
Perfect.
17.
You know what? It is slow, and I need you to give me an acrobatics check because it's still doing swirlies in the
Oh,
air.
God.
But you do get it to go towards the swarm.
19.
And suddenly you're riding this fruit fly. This
Yeah.
fruit fly is now your steed.
Hiya! I'm on my way.
So yes, you can reach this other group of fruit flies.
Cool.
I
And then
hope
I'm
Silva.
so when they get closer, I'll just make some 2 basic attacks, and we'll see how those go first.
Sure.
Ooh, first one is a 10 to hit.
That misses.
Okay,
You're too
second
busy
hit.
looking epic on the back of this fruit
Yeah.
fly.
Just the slow hiya. Just going. Second attack is a 13.
That hits. Go
Okay.
ahead and roll damage.
I'm gonna dump a smite into that one. So
Smite those fruit flies.
yeah. So the longsword damage is 8 damage, and smite is 2d8, right? Believe
And what does
so.
your smite look like?
Oh, that's a good question. It is a glowing purple as it comes off. Yeah, for 3 damage. Fantastic. It's a very light purple.
It matches the d20 that Rex
Yeah.
is just rolling about. You smite these fruit flies riding on one of their kin, looking very epic. Most of this swarm seems to be hurt, damaged, decimated, but they're still around. Anything else?
I think epic is a strong word for what he looks like right now. But yeah.
I mean, I like to think that my players are epic, so I'm going to talk in glowing terms. Alarith, it is your turn.
Alarith is going to take his staff and spin it with a flourish that's probably a little quicker than an old elf should be able to do, and he's just going to whack at a swarm with it.
Sure.
Probably won't hit because that's a 10.
That does not hit.
Well,
Now,
at least I looked cool doing it.
Norfear is a little too close on that one fruit fly, and
I don't want to hit
avoiding
him. Don't want to hit him.
Yeah, avoiding him is hard. Anything else?
No, I think that's going to be it for me.
Okay, the fruit flies get to go one more time. Who are they going to hit? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's find out. Who are they going after? Norfear, they're coming after you.
Oh.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, these guys have high to hit. Oh my god.
I mean, they have nothing to lose, so they're going all in.
That's fair, yeah.
They've got 7 piercing damage.
Look, man, I'm a fruit fly with nothing to lose.
Pretty much. Only 2 poison damage, but once again, I need that D100 roll.
All right. D100. Make me big. 56.
56. The last hour has mostly been you walking through the forest. It's been nice. You've been picking up pears. nothing really interesting happened, but there was just something about how wonderful it was to just walk through the forest calmly and watch the sun and pick up pears as you are suddenly and intensely nostalgic for things that happened in the last hour.
Oh, you remember that time I picked up the pear? Oh, it was the best day of my life.
Absolutely. That's going to last for about 10 minutes, and while you are being nostalgic, Penelope Half Sheep, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I got nothing. I mean, Penelope, the sheep, is gonna be. She's still hungry. She's gonna chomp down on some more fruit flies.
Absolutely. They taste like pear. It's kind of nice.
Well, they are fruit, so.
All right, go ahead and give me the bite attack.
So it's just a d20 plus 5, you said?
Yeah, we're just keeping it simple.
21. No, yeah, 21.
Absolutely. We were doing 2d6.
2d6.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be 9 points.
Excellent. Penelope, the sheep. Describe in gory detail the death of these final fruit flies.
You just see like the sheep just and then just kind of like a lawnmower, just kind of through these flies until they're all gone.
I love it. You watch as Penelope Half Sheep hoovers up the rest of these intoxicated fruit flies, and a moment later, everything is calm again. The buzzing has ceased, except for the one that Norfear is riding on. Norfear, give me one more animal handling check.
21. Why isn't everyone rolling well on this? I want to hit stuff.
Would you like this to be your new steed?
Yes.
What
Very much so.
What would you like to name your giant fruit fly?
Oh my god. That's
McFly.
what?
McFly.
McFly.
Yes.
Yes, Fly McFly. There we go.
Fly McFly buzzes appreciatively. Rex, you hear your colony of red ants who have now gone up Rosasea and have made it a home, and she's pretty happy with this. Ants and trees get along. She's been conversing with them, and they've been saying nothing but wonderful things about you. And the captain who has been talking to you says,
We have secured the tree. What would you like us to do next?
Y'all comfortable up there?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, well, who knows if they're coming back? Stick around.
We will follow you to the ends of the earth.
Or just to this grove, and then you should probably stay with the tree.
Alarith walks up to Rex and puts a paint handle, shows, you're a great commander. You're almost shepherding these ants. You're like a commander shepherd.
I can't even make a joke back. It's so silly.
I love it so much.
Wow.
Thanks. That, for some reason, makes me feel really proud or something.
I don't know. I can't make the joke
And
anymore.
then-
That was very good, Trevor.
And then Alarith just looks at him and goes, Rex, and walks away.
Aller, okay. I feel like really complimented. I'm not entirely sure why.
And you all do notice that Penelope is still a sheep.
Oh.
Is Norfolk still short?
Yes.
Well,
Ooh, well, hold on one moment. I think I actually have Dispel Magic, if that works.
that's good, because my solution was more violent.
Alarith, give me
I do have Dispel Magic.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, I gotta go to a different screen for that one.
How's everybody for healing? Everyone feeling okay?
I'm okay.
I'm quite fine, thanks to you. Arcana,
Good.
that is a 19.
Excellent. Looking over at Penella Sheep, you notice that this is definitely a polymorph spell, so you absolutely could dispel that. Norfear, however, doesn't seem to be a spell. This just seems to be the way he is now.
Oh no,
Well,
I was going to leave him that
I'm
way.
totally fine. I'm okay.
He seems completely at home in
Yeah.
some kind of Fern Gully cosplay. So what do I need? I've actually never cast a spell magic in 5th edition. I don't know what I'm doing.
All right. Oh, I love this. So it's pretty easy. The trick comes, I'm going to say with that Arcana check, you do know that Polymorph is a 4th level spell.
Okay.
And so you can either cast a spell magic at its base level, which I think is 3rd.
I believe that's as high as I can cast it right now. So.
Okay. So you can cast a spell magic, and then you're going to make a roll to see if you can basically give that dispel magic a little more power to
Okay.
and so it's going to be a d20 roll plus your spellcasting modifier. So and you do need, I believe you do need to walk up to touch Penelope.
Just so turn you not into a sheep anymore. She's not gonna bite me, is she?
She's still chomping away.
Come, McFly. We leave this. We don't want you to see your friends.
Look at the chomping. All right. That is a 17.
Absolutely. You give it just enough power so that you can dispel the polymorph. And Penelope, you are back to your normal self. And there's a little aftertaste of pear in your mouth.
Yes, that was about as pleasant as that. So, sorry about that. I'm going to be over here.
That was amazing! You're all so incredible.
What are we
Onward.
doing here?
No.
And as one of you takes a moment to explain to Rosa C what you're doing here, I'm going to re-explain to our audience that, hey, the reason we're here is we're celebrating Dottie, the Dandelion Familiar, being released in the game right now. When you purchase Dottie, through May 3rd, net proceeds for all Dottie sales will be donated to Conservation International. Also, thank you for whoever just put that into the backstage chat. I appreciate you so much. You can get Dottie in the game right now. Go help the Earth because it's Earth Day, and then come back here and watch the ridiculousness that is this game that I've put together. I don't know why anyone plays with me anymore. It's all ridiculous from here.
This is why. This is why, Lauren.
All right. Do you continue along your way? Is there anything else you would like to do?
I think we just continue on. I'm flying beside everybody with my new steed.
Anybody know what this is?
Oh, right. That,
I mean, it makes a great hammer, so I'm happy to hang on to it.
Yeah. Have you tried rolling it?
Yeah, well, sort of accidentally. Obviously, would have rolled much better if I'd done it on purpose. Just sort of changed colors on me.
Maybe something to keep for later when it's dramatically appropriate.
All right.
It is also the size of a mall head, so when you do that, you've
so
now got this...
yeah, now I've got a lump. Just a single. It's great.
It's the weirdest shoulder pad ever.
I'm gonna move it to my back so it's sort of a Krogan-esque hump. Let's just stop pretending.
I'm here for it. I'm totally here for it. After this weird encounter with these mutated fruit flies, as you are walking down the path, Rosa C continues to talk about how much this wood is suffused with both nature's magic and Feywild magic, and that her pears must be also just suffused with the magic of being a treant. And I have to be powerful, right?
You are powerful, my friend.
Yes, you are.
You're not
For
humoring
sure.
me, right?
Absolutely not.
No.
Mostly
Okay.
not.
Okay, good. Okay.
I only humor people that are trying to kill me so that I have time to not get them to kill me.
I'm
That's
just generally
always a
not
good-
very funny.
That's always a good thing. Okay. And the rest of the day is beautiful and uneventful as you reach the side of the lake that you had been told was kind of the halfway point of this trip. There is an obvious, wonderful place next to the lake that you can set up camp as the sun is setting. And Rosa C says that she will stay up and keep watch over all of you because she's a treant. She doesn't have to worry about sleep. Would you like to camp here for the night, or do you want to continue on through the dark?
I think
We can
camping
camp.
is a good idea.
Camp, good.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
All right. Does anyone else want to do watches, or are you going to trust Rosa C to stay up and warn you if something happens?
Oh.
Trust? Strong word.
Yeah.
I think Rex will stay. Do at least a watch. Yes.
I think we can word it as a keeping Rosa C company
Yeah,
rotation.
yeah.
I like that.
Also, I just want to keep watch.
That's fair.
All right. So each of you taking a shift to make things easy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
during mine, I summon my my animal familiar, this little bunny rabbit named Kara.
Oh.
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 Just hang out with her and Rosa C.
Is it made of fire?
No, distinctly not made out of fire.
Good.
I mean, that could be kind of epic. Fire bunny. Why not?
Hey, Rosa, you like my friend?
Yeah.
Everybody give me perception checks for while you are on watch.
I'm so bad at that.
Can't get away from rolling a 6. 11.
13.
12.
18.
Excellent. Everything seems to go fine. There's no problems. Nothing's going wrong. Norfear, you're the last person on watch. And as the sun is coming up and everybody's gotten their long rest and everything's been fine, there's suddenly a racket from Rosa C. But not
Oh.
from her. Rex, as you are also woken up by this racket,
Uh-oh.
you recognize the sound of your ants.
Yeah.
And you don't know what they're saying, but there's arguments going on. And Penelope, you recognize angry squirrels. That's just the sound of angry squirrels. And Rosa C is looking very uncomfortable and is kind of rocking back and forth, going, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. This is uncomfortable. Can you please stop? Please?
Can me and McFly fly up into the branches?
You can, and all
Please
of you can see
parlay
is,
with the squirrels.
as you fly up, and all of you can now see, on one side of Rosa C is the swarm of fire ants who have taken root in a way, and are doing their best to protect Rosa C from these two squirrels who look angry, pissed, offended, and there is an argument going on between the two. And it's about to come to blows.
Oh, as I fly up, I'll cast Speak with Animals so I can make sure I can talk to the squirrels. And I'll go, my friends, hello. What is the problem? What can we help with here?
As you cast Speak with Animals, what you hear on the fire ant side is, no, this is our tree. We are protecting this tree. We are protecting it for Rex. It's our tree. What you hear on the squirrel side is, mine. 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 And the fruit fly under you, what you hear, the fruit fly, through the buzzing that is now not so raucous, it's kind of evened out. You realize that the fruit fly under you is not actually talking, is just humming.
Thank you, McFly. You're great as always.
And they're kind of ignoring you at the moment. There's too much of this argument going on.
I will take my shield out and take my sword and just slam my sword against my shield a couple of times to make a big racket. Like, hello, look at me. Look, stop fighting. What is wrong?
And the squirrels immediately go, no, we're already arguing with them. You can't also have this tree. Go, go, go.
But we are guiding the tree. We don't want the tree.
Well, guide these ants off our new tree. And the ants go, we were here first. We were here first. And Rosa C is just like, this is so awkward. I feel like too many people have come to a party or something. This is bad. What would you like to do?
Well, my squirrel friends, our friends here did have this tree first, so it is rude of you to invade on their area. So I do ask politely for you to leave.
No. No.
Well, I look down. Friends, I'm out of ideas. The squirrels will not leave.
I got you.
Oh, you're not about to murder these squirrels, are you?
I'm not about to murder these squirrels.
That is my backup plan, but I'm not quite sure.
I would like to sort of use one of my favorite race feature names, which is Mirthful Leap, to just sort of jump from branch to branch to get up to where Norfear and the animals are. And feeling very large compared to the current parties present, all of the current parties present, apparently. I'll just sort of stand on the branch behind the ant captain. Is there a problem here?
You told us to defend this tree with our lives to the end of days. We are not giving up this tree to these horrible mammals.
Well, wait, I take offense to that a little bit.
Not later, Norfear. We'll talk to him about it later.
Okay.
And you too. You can't understand. They can't understand me.
We have given them warning. We've given them plenty of warning, and soon we will launch a full-out attack if they do not leave. And the squirrels just continue to go, mine! Mine.
Meanwhile, on the ground, while the paladin and the druid are up in the tree, the two druids are on the ground, and Alaric just looks at Penelope. Cookie?
Rosa C comes over, still awkwardly shuffling back and forth. I have not had a cookie ever. Can I have a cookie too?
Oh, you may absolutely have a cookie.
Thank you. And she puts it into the tree ends. They've got the face on the front of the tree, but it's not like, it's just like the shape of a mouth and the shape of eyes and the shape of a nose. And so she puts it in her mouth and chews, and you just watch as it's all falling out onto the ground. She goes, oh, this is nice and crumbly. I can see why you like this, Mom. And it's just all falling out.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Hey, maybe the squirrels want a cookie.
Oh. I will actually cast Speak with Animal.
All of us speak with animals.
And while they're up there acting very like tough and everything, Alice just goes, "Squirrels, do you want a cookie?"
Mine, what? And there's this weird pause, and Norfear, since you are already up there, go ahead and roll an insight check for me as you see this weird shift in demeanor.
Natural 20 for a 25.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Norfear, the squirrel whisperer, you realize
Squickers, squeak.
as this moment has happened.
No. Yeah.
Squeak and
It's
squeak and
okay.
squeaker.
We can all take a minute.
I took squirrel in high school. It's okay.
Well, first off, with your natural 20, what you also realize is that you need to introduce yourself to these squirrels, and they introduce themselves as Squeaker and Pistachio.
Pistachio. Hold on, I gotta write that down in my notes. It's
Squeaker
very
and
important.
Pistachio.
Yeah.
And the reason what you intuit with your vast knowledge of squirrels is that the reason they are so obstinate is it's getting towards the end of summer, it's getting into fall, and they're getting ready to like nest up, and they're not really eyeing the tree as much as they're eyeing the pears. And so when the cookie comes up, this is maybe an alternative. And so that's why they go, what?
I see. Yes, it is coming to the end of the seasons. I guess you might be hungry. And he reaches into his pack and pulls out the 4 pears and goes, I will offer you a trade. If you would like to leave the tree, I will give you these 4 pears.
And
if
the
you wouldn't,
cookies.
I'll give you my horns.
And some cookies.
Norfear, roll me a persuasion check with advantage because you've got your 3 friends helping with cookies and other things.
And other things.
Another natural 20 for 25.
Yes, though.
What kind of cookies?
Are you
No
sure
biggie.
you're not a druid?
Oath from the Ancients is pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind
I
of cookies?
Well, I have oatmeal raisin, and our friend down there has chocolate chip.
Oh, that sounds lovely. And they just promptly hop off the
So
tree.
nice.
One lands next. Well, they can't land on your shoulders, can they? Because they're like
No,
the size of you.
they're about as big as I am, probably.
Yeah, one lands in front of Penelope, one lands in front of Rex, because the other 2 are up in the tree. And they land there, and they give you that expectant squirrel. You know when they're like looking around and waiting for something, they get onto their back haunches and they kind of do the.
Is this to get back at Luke, actually?
Hey, Luke, how you doing with your squirrels?
Yeah.
Pistachio have made a a cameo in my game. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
That idea came to my head. I was like, oh, it's the squirrels that hang out by their house all the time.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Penelope, you do recognize as a druid that this is a squirrel expecting food.
Penelope, probably realizing that this is the end of the season, then they're gonna need some food. Penelope reaches into her cloak and picks some good berries and gives. I think you can do, what is it, 10?
I think so.
Yeah, 10 berries, and since she doesn't have the cookies, but it looks expectingly, and so she's like, "Here, these will definitely help."
And they take the good berries and start to shovel them all into their mouth until their cheeks are just like, oh.
Meanwhile,
Looks
the other
vanilla.
one, I give a chocolate chip cookie that's almost the size of it.
And those of you who have speak with animals here, perfect. And they're just shoving this into their cheeks.
Just this
Every
big
time-
round.
Every time you think there's no way they could put anything else in their cheeks, here, let's try. Let's give them another cookie. Oh, it's just massive. It's
They've
ridiculous.
activated big
Incredible.
head mode.
And just at the point that you actually start to fear for these squirrels' safety, you hear a very muffled, and then they scamper off into the woods.
Oh.
And Rex, your army of
Yeah.
ants, looks at you and says,
You have excellent negotiating tactics, sir.
Yeah, but you all did a good job. Full commendations. I see a promotion to commander in your future.
There, I got one in for you, Treavor.
and Rosacy looks relieved that there's no longer an argument going on about who is going to be hanging out in her branches. And unless there's anything else you'd like to do, would you like to break camp and continue along the way?
Mm-hmm.
Might as well.
All right. And yes, Norfear, you are still tiny.
Yep, that's fine. And you just fly back down.
And this whole time, your fruit fly.
I think along the route as we're walking, Penelope's just gonna be talking to Norfair and just on and on and on about,
Oh, and you can do these things when you're short, and these are especially important when you're short. And it's a really small world here, but we got a lot of great things going on for us.
It's a bit different being, 6 feet shorter than normal. But I will get used to it. Me and my good friend now, McFly, we'll conquer the small world. It'll be fine.
Getting advice from Penelope on how to be short is amazing. I love it.
Well, it's always the power of love to power you through it.
As you continue through this forest, for a while the deer trail had kind of petered out, and fortunately Alorith had picked it back up again. But now the trail actually is visible to all of you. It's a little more, it's not just a deer path. It looks like there's actually been maybe regular foot traffic that other humanoids have used, and you're walking a single-ish file, but there's still a little room on either side, and I need perception checks from everybody.
18.
10.
11.
natural one.
Ooh. There it is.
So I only have one house rule that Hope has experienced a couple times. My house rule is if you roll a natural one, what I'm going to ask is, why do you fail so miserably at this check? And anything you say is true, and there's no expectations. So Penelope, what are you doing that you fail so miserably at perception?
But Penelope is showing Norfair how to go into shrub mode. You go in, you go out, you go in.
Oh, where'd you go?
Go in.
Oh.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, oh, that's
Okay,
an
I'm not
amazing
here.
trick.
I'm not here.
That is amazing. And maybe it's just because all of you are a little distracted by how adorable this is. But maybe it's because of just you're unable to look away from shrub, no shrub, shrub, no shrub. But you turn around from this adorable display and you look ahead of you, and about 20 feet away, there are now 3 humanoids standing. All 3 of them flamboyantly dressed in what one could describe as many ruffles as possible. One of them is wearing kind of a waistcoat. All of them have epic boots in purple. It seems to be a Lauren needs to be looking at her notes. It seems to be a tabaxi in the center, kind of standing, looking as swashbucklery as one can, and to the sides there is a halfling and a human. And as you turn, the tabaxi says, "Ah, friends, you have encountered Firestorm of Dread." And the human next to him bangs on his drum in a way that's supposed to be impressive.
Alarith gives well, hello there.
We are interested in not having any problems with you. You seem like fine folk. You seem very fine. We just want to get some branches off of that tree that you are escorting.
Rex is slowly backing up. Just not saying anything, just slowly backing away from them on the path.
Are you trying to be stealthy about this? Or
Not in the least. Just trying to get away from them. Just moving a direction, increasing the distance between us.
Sure. Penelope, what were you saying?
Good.
Oh, no can do. Sorry.
Yeah. Alarith will say, we can help you out with a few pears, but branches, that seems a little too much for our friend here.
Pears? What would we do with pears? Pears are not something that we can turn into art.
Well, you could eat them, though.
Wait a second. You guys want to make art out of branches, and you're in a forest?
Yes. Do you not understand? Some of the finest loots in the world are made with pear wood. And this magical specimen will make a magical pear wood loot to rival all others. And all we need is a couple of branches. We are not looking at, too much. And you can all be on your way. And then Firestorm of Dread will be forever grateful that you just didn't get into a fight.
I think Alarith is actually going to turn to Rosa C and just genuinely ask her, does it hurt you when branches come off?
I mean, if they're still attached to me, yes.
Then Alarith turns to the three of them and says, then it's an absolutely not.
Well then.
How about we trade branches for your arms? That seems like a fair trade.
Oh, I knew this would be fun. I knew I liked you, Norfear.
The little 1 foot furball goes flying in the air.
You see the halfling that had been standing next to the tabaxi actually gives you kind of a, oh, that was pretty good. and there's a sharp look from the tabaxi. And then they all go back into, imagine an 80s band poster. They're all just standing there as epic as possible. Well, are you sure you want to get into a fight? And the tabaxi pulls out a white glove.
More than anything!
Alarith gives a sigh and says, not particularly, but if that's the only way to stop you from hurting our friend here, then yes.
I will say again, all we need is a couple of branches.
Which
We're not
hurts our
looking.
friend.
Yes, but it's a little bit of pain for so much art.
Yes, and all we need is a couple of your arms.
What?
We weren't joking about it.
But you do not understand the creation that we are going to make. And this tabaxi pulls from their back a lute. Which looks like a pretty nice lute, and starts to strum. And you know that meme? It's that meme.
Yes.
Starts to strum, and it's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, none of you are bards, but you're like, okay, all right, it seems to be in tune. It's not bad. Immediately, the halfling and the human, the halfling pulls out a recorder, and the human who has been holding onto this drum, they start to play as well. It's not bad. They're pretty good. I mean, you'd listen to them if they were in a tavern, sure.
Sure.
And Rosa C says, they are really nice, but Oh, I like my branches.
Oh no, we're not doing that.
No branch giveaways here. No,
No,
not at all.
we promise to take care of you and not let one little leaf come to harm.
Can I hit him yet?
Are they like really into their music? Like
Roll
into
an-
themselves into their
roll-
music?
Well,
roll an insight check.
Literal middle of the road. Where's insight? 14.
You notice two things with that insight. Yes, they are super into their music. Like, you all see, it's pretty good. It's okay. But especially the tabaxi is grinning in a way that can only be described as euphoric. And the halfling has this intense look on their face like they're playing the hardest recorder part ever, even though they're currently holding just a long note. The human seems nonplussed, just banging on a drum. The other thing that you do notice is there is a little bit of magic going on. And it's interesting. It's like the music has shifted and it's no longer kind of fun music that a bunch of bards would play at a tavern, but it's almost like background music to a fight. We can all roll initiative.
Very good. Yes.
Well played.
All right.
Let's see.
Oh, yes, Penelope, though.
Oh wow, Penelope.
Making up for me.
Yeah.
No, same. I got 7. So
Oh, so much initiative all of a sudden. Okay. I'm hearing everybody say, ooh, Penelope. So Penelope must have gotten a...
24.
Ooh, nice. I will join the ooze. Rex?
No, what did I get? 5. Yeah.
Okay. Norfear?
I'm preparing.
7.
7. And Alarith?
Without a modifier, 20.
Wow.
Natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Right.
Penelope, was yours a natural 20 as well?
No, I just have a +8 to my initiative.
Oh wow. Someone's alert.
You're just like,
Love it.
Yes.
dibs
Yeah.
on first. Dibs on first. Okay. Then your natural 20 is going to beat their dirty 20. And so let's do this. So they're continuing to play. And now you kind of all notice this, that there is magic that is happening here. There is a spell being cast and it's basically being focused by the tabaxi. And it seems like it's kind of heroic background music. It kind of sounds like what you'd expect in a movie trailer when the hero is doing something pretty awesome. But nothing else seems to be happening at the moment. Penelope, what would you like to do?
Oh. You guys are going to hate me for this, but all right.
No, I'm here for
but I'm
it.
going to love it.
Promise you I will
Yeah.
not.
Knowing that these characters are probably not going to stop playing at any time soon, Penelope's going to kind of step forward and just be like, oh, you're like an epic band. You know what epic bands need? Fog cloud. And that's what I'm going to cast.
Okay, I love it.
So 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point, which is going to be them. Everything is heavily obscured. And basically Penelope's like, okay, you guys can't see, but you'll definitely be able to hear.
Very true.
And you hear the tabaxi call out, Zandvise, get ready with the Pyrotechnics. We have an actual stage show that is going on now. Anything else?
That is it.
All right, Alarith.
Alarith hears the tabaxi over there, and the fog machine happening, and Alarith steps forward and goes, "Oh, they want pyrotechnics." How far away were they?
They were about 20 feet up the path.
Cool. I'm gonna walk 10 feet forward.
Okay.
And
I think that puts you in the fog cloud.
yeah, I
just so you
will.
know.
But I can still hear them.
Oh, yeah.
And I would like to, just behind them, summon my fire elemental.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I'm going to spend a wild shape form, and summon my fire elemental directly behind them. So there's this great glowing thing in the cloud now. And everyone, let's see, everyone who is next to it needs to succeed a Dex saving throw, DC 15.
Okay. All right. The Tabaxi gets a natural 20. Okay.
Ooh. I mean, that makes sense, though.
the halfling gets a 15, so the halfling fails.
Oh, no, it was 15. He succeeds.
Okay. And the human gets a 14, so the human
All right, well,
fails.
I'm going to get one of them, because there's no half damage on this, but...
All right.
The human takes 8 points of fire damage.
Ooh, ouch.
That might interrupt his recorder.
Well, the human is banging on the drums,
yeah.
and you definitely hear him go, "Hey, ow!"
I attacked the beat,
and the halfling goes, "I didn't set off the fireworks yet. I don't know what you're talking about." Anything else?
I think what I'll do is actually take I'll step 10 feet back and out of the cloud.
All right. It is the Tabaxi's turn. The Tabaxi is going to continue to play background music. And they are going to... Yeah, I think they step forward because even though they have a hard time seeing through the fog, they know you were in front of them. And they're going to blindly step forward. They're still going to be in the fog cloud, so little of this is going to fail miserably. It's only going to hit... well, Alarith would have been up front. Who else would have been up front with Alarith?
Norfair would have been up front too.
Norfair?
Sure,
okay.
Yeah.
I know it was the fog cloud, but would my fire spirit get an attack of opportunity on one of them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd say so, because this Baxi thinks that this is just pyrotechnics.
Let me see where I had this around, and then D&D.
Well, while you're looking for it, I will remind everybody that we are playing this ridiculous game in order to increase the chances that you will do something kind for the environment by purchasing Dottie, the dandelion familiar, who is available right now in Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Net proceeds of all Dottie sales through May 3rd will be donated to Conservation International, who are doing good things for the planet, just like our friends here. What were you looking for with your fire element?
I was looking for my stats because while the fire elemental shows up in 2 separate places, only one of those places has the stats. So I am going to make a attack.
Sure.
That's probably not going to hit, though. It's an 11.
That does not.
Well,
yeah.
it did its best.
There's too much strutting coming from this Tabaxi as they continue to play background music. And then the background music that they're playing continues, like they're concentrating on it, and then you can almost see, backlit by the fire elemental, through the fog as he starts to swing wildly on the lute. And from it, there is a wave of thunderous force. I need Alarith and Norfair to make Constitution saving throws.
Yes, what my druid is so good at.
I rolled a fantastic 4.
No, that is unfortunately a fail.
I rolled a spectacular 9.
I mean, maybe there's something entrancing about the backlit Tabaxi that just...
I mean, really, we did make this dude look awesome. We got the fog, we got the fire behind him. It's great.
Absolutely. Yeah. If this was a stage, they'd be rocking it. Each of you are going to take 12... what kind of damage is this? It's Thunder Wave, so it's thunder damage. And you are pushed 10 feet back. So you're kind of shoved back away from this fog cloud, kind of into your friends. And then the Tabaxi is going to keep playing and step out of the fog cloud, looking as epic as possible, continuing to hardcore play a lute. And then you notice that their tail is swishing back and forth in a way to make their cape flutter in a non-existent wind. Yes, you thought that we would be easy prey. We are Firestorm of Dread. You cannot stop us. We will get that Pear wood.
I know we can't play it because we're on Twitch, but in my head, they're playing the final countdown right now.
More reason to beat this. I hate that song.
I mean, they might be.
It was my my high school like grad song, and I don't like it.
That's the end of the Tabaxi's turn. The bard's turn, the human's turn on the drum, who's going, hey, is going to completely think that this is still, that they're all now playing, and is going to actually cast, Pyrotechnics. And they're going to shoot it off to the left because nobody's to the left, so... you watch as from the fog cloud to your right, this colorful display of fireworks comes out with the crackling and the popping and everything. And if someone was there, it'd probably be horrific and horrible. But it's kind of pretty from where you are. And then the human on the drum says, "Yeah," and just continues to beat away. Norfear, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. Norfear is gonna, with his sword out, is going to cast Searing Smite.
Okay.
I didn't get that. And okay, show's over. We need to go, and he's gonna fly forward and make 2 attacks.
Okay, against the Tabaxi?
Against the Tabaxi, yep. First attack is a 25 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, so and I'm gonna dump a smite on that one. So that is 10 points of slashing, 6 points of fire, and then...
Okay. Let's see if he's still concentrating on the background music.
And then, max smite, 16 points for smite.
Oh, okay. Well, now I need to make another Constitution saving throw. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's still...
total is like 32
Oof.
points of damage in one hit. Yeah.
That would almost kill me.
Yeah. Well, here's the good news. It doesn't kill him, but it almost kills him. You smash through his loot because he failed to maintain concentration on the background music. That smite that you cast, which smite was it?
So it was a searing smite. So it's just a burst of flame kind of goes up the sword, and then would probably just cut through and light the loot on fire and turn it to ash with that kind of hit. Yeah.
You slice the loot clean in half. You hear the strings bing as they flail off in different directions. Sorry, Eugenio. And as it burns, oh yeah, that was pear wood. That loot was made pear wood.
Oh.
Absolutely. Anything else?
Serves you right. Shouldn't be taking branches from trees that you've not without asking first.
It was a tree. How are we supposed to ask?
Alarith points at the face.
Yeah, all of us just point at the...
It did not have a face when we went the other night. They were all faceless, or we would have asked. We asked here.
And now look at my beautiful loot. And you can also notice that this Tabaxi is super hurt. Really hurt.
I rolled max on the smite, on the searing smite, and on the smite itself. So that was a nasty hit.
Yeah, it was nasty. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, it is the halfling bard's turn, who is also still in the fog cloud. She has heard this commotion up front, and with a natural 20 understands that no, this is no longer a stage show. This is actually a battle, and is gonna come running out of the fog cloud, still playing the recorder, looks at all of you really horrified, mostly just in panic, and is going to cast in a 20-foot cube. I need all 4 of you to make or maybe it just happens. Does it just happen? Is there no save on this?
What spell?
What are we? Now I'm afraid.
It's Nathalir's Mischief. It just says you fill a 20-foot cube. You can see within range with Fey and Draconic magic. And then, okay, here's what I need. I need each of you just roll a d4.
I am happy to do this. I was imagining I was a good 100 feet back.
Oh, okay. All right. Then I'll leave it up to you. It is a 20-foot cube, so it was only going to get... I forgot that you had fled.
That's okay. Now I am preparing.
Okay, preparing. So I'll say you are out of
He's
this. So I need...
Okay.
I need Penelope, Norfear, and Alarith to roll d4s for me. Penelope, what'd you get?
2.
Here's where the saving throws come in. All right. You're watching her cast this spell through the recorder, and then all of a sudden, you are just surrounded by bouquets of beautiful flowers. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Those two things do not normally follow each other.
A 22.
Okay. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. Most of them turn towards you, and you realize, they're those joke flowers that squirt water, and so you duck just in time so you don't get hit in the face.
Good.
Nice.
Norfear.
I rolled a 2 as well.
Same thing. Beautiful bouquets of flowers. I need a dexterity saving throw.
I got a 20.
Same thing. I think you probably see Penelope and what has happened, and you're ready, and your fruit fly is ready, and you dip down, and you are not hit. Alarith.
You'll never guess what I rolled.
Did you roll 2?
I did.
I need you to roll again. I need you to roll again. We need at least one more on here.
Oh, okay. I'll roll again.
I'm gonna make you roll again. I'm gonna be mean.
4.
All right. Okay. You watch as your friends deftly avoid the flowers. Expecting the flowers, you duck down, and you notice that your feet are covered with molasses. Your speed is halved. You're in difficult terrain until the end of your next turn.
Nasty.
And the halfling is going to turn to the incredibly upset Tabaxi and actually pull the recorder out of her mouth and say, "Boss, you think we should leave? I think we should leave."
I think that would be a fantastic idea.
And that is the end of her turn. Rex, you have made it to an advantageous position, I assume.
Yeah.
Just imagine you running up like in Monty Python, the Holy Grail, just...
Sort of. So who is... The halfling is out of the fog cloud. Is the Tabaxi also out of the fog cloud, or is that Tabaxi still...
No, the two of them are out of the fog cloud. They
Okay.
seem to be like just on the edge of it. The human is still way back in the fog cloud and is putting on a pyrotechnics display while they bang the drum. They still
Incredible.
think this is a bard performance.
All right. So Rex, the satyr, is like 100 feet back on the trail and has sort of hitched up his hood and lowered his head a bit and is sort of taking one hoof and scratching at the ground and just yells,
"You leaving? Because if not, we can party."
Are you offering a chance for them to leave, or are you going
as
to charge
much as
anyway?
I want to do this, I will offer them this chance.
Roll an intimidation check with advantage because of what your three
Certainly.
friends have already done.
Oh, see, there's my nat 1, but the other one was a 16, so it's a 21.
There you go. With a 21, the halfling nods enthusiastically at this idea and starts
Sure.
to pull on the Tabaxi's incredibly ruffled shirt. Yank, yank, yank. Yeah, boss, I think now's a good time. I think you know what? We'll just go buy you another loot. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. And the Tabaxi looks at all of you and looks up at the tree and then looks around. Meanwhile, the human is still deep in the fog cloud. You see another spray of
Who knows?
pyrotechnics
Yeah.
go off, still banging away on the drum.
You know
Only
what?
one
Good
still
for him.
playing. Yeah,
Commitment.
absolutely. There's just a really sick beat going on, and he's just having fun in there. And Penelope's fog cloud. Penelope, you've never seen a more lit fog cloud in your life. It's amazing.
We love that for him.
No, we do. I do. You know, I'm
The drummer has
happy
no idea.
for him.
He rolled so bad.
I
Perception check.
did. Bless him.
The Tabaxi looks defeated, and with all of the grace of an actor overacting on the stage, says, Well, fine. You have bested Firestorm of Dread today. But one day, I swear that we will. And the halfling like yanks on the sleeve. You hear the rip of the ruffles as the halfling says, "No, we are not getting into a monologue. Go now before that one charges," and takes off in
Extra scratches on the ground.
in a side direction. The tabaxi watches, looks at all of you. Are you all going to let these two leave?
Oh yeah.
Lack of opportunity. No.
Here's what I would like to do in this case, since the tabaxi is being obstinate, which look, I get, we just destroyed his instrument. I am going to charge.
Okay.
And I'm going to dash, which means that I can go 120 feet.
Okay.
And I'm going to lower my head and try and headbutt this guy. However,
non-lethally.
I can. So I have the charger feat, so I can, rather than doing damage, I can headbutt him 10 feet away from me to encourage him to run. So that is what I shall do.
I love it. Is this a you attack or me a save?
It's a shove, so I believe it's an opposed athletics acrobatics thing.
All right.
I believe.
And so you're doing the athletics and I'm doing the athletics or acrobatics, I believe?
Correct, I believe.
Well, we're going
we
with
all
acrobatics.
believe, so I'm going to go with it.
You know what? I believe that this tabaxi has rolled very well or very poorly on their acrobatics. What'd you roll on your athletics?
I got a 24.
I got a 12.
Great.
Describe the headbutt of this tabaxi.
There is a ripple in the fog. So I charging in, head down, goes in, and makes contact, and there's sort of this shock wave throughout the fog in the instant before inertia allows this tabaxi to just go sprawling 10 feet backwards into the cloud.
So because the cloud got dispersed, when this tabaxi hits the ground 10 feet away and looks back towards his drummer, he sees this massive flaming bunny behind his drummer.
Excellent. Alarith, roll me an intimidation check with advantage. Penelope, roll me a performance check with advantage.
Just imagining too that Norfair's on the fly and he hears the running and just flies upwards a little bit just as the satyr coming underneath him.
Rise, my steed.
Surprise! Yeah.
All right. What's the intimidation check from Alarith?
18.
Okay. And what's the
rolled
performance?
2 16s.
What's the performance check from Penelope?
17.
Awesome.
Nice.
Here's what happens. The tabaxi lands on their butt. There is a brief part of the fog cloud because there wasn't a gust of wind that came through, but the force of this tabaxi has carved a path through the fog, lands on his butt. You hear a very undignified as they're getting back up, kind of giving Rex this half scared, half approving, half how dare you look. Turns around, sees the giant flaming bunny, and is gone. And does the tabaxi thing of move, dash, move.
Right.
Yeah.
They're gone. Meanwhile, the fog reforms, and the flaming bunny continues to light up everything. And the human bard, who's still in the fog cloud, continues to play.
Oh, no.
Kind of a really fun beat. You see another Pyrotechnics display up this time. Sparkles, it's rainbow, it's very good, especially since he's banging on the drum at the same time. This guy's got it going on.
The fire bunny is into it and nodding its head.
Should we bring him with us? He's kind of good.
I was about to say, would you like to continue to attack Brad, or would you like to talk with him at this point?
I'm with him.
Yeah, I think
Penelope. Penelope's gonna kind of start bobbing her head, and she's like, I think it's time for you to go. Your friends have left if you didn't know. Ho ho. Hey ho.
Hey ho.
Do you keep the fog cloud up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disembodied voice.
I love it. The human immediately picks up the beat that you're putting down and starts to play along with your amazing rhymes. It's fantastic. I'm gonna roll another. No, he doesn't. No. He walks out of the fog cloud, still playing, looks at you, Penelope, and says, that was really good. You should join Firestorm of Dread. We could really use someone who actually, like, knows words.
Why, I'd like to join your show. Once again, it's time for you to go.
Oh, okay. All right. And he stops drumming and puts the stick that he's been using on the drum kind of in a weird holster on his side, looks around and says, oh, they left? Oh, okay. All right, bye. And he wanders off in the opposite direction that the Tabaxi and the Halfling have run. Because I've rolled some pretty poor perception and investigation checks and one intelligence saving throw. And so his band name was Morvid Raven Ash. But Brad was just ready to go anyway. And yeah, the threat of Firestorm of Dread has been dispersed, and all you have left is a fog cloud and a burning bunny.
Penelope disperses the fog cloud and quickly goes up to Rosa C and says, "Are you okay?"
I think so. That beat was really good, though.
Right?
Yeah.
Sick.
And your fog cloud lit up with all that color? Can you do that when we get to my glade?
Through teamwork, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Where are we going again?
You just said it.
And the four of you continue along the path, and a scant few hours later, just before the sun is about to go down, you break through the tree line into a beautiful clearing that the druidic among you immediately sense is a really good place for treant to take root. Rosacy seems to realize where you have finally gotten to and says, oh, this, yes, and just wanders up to about 3/4 of the way through this glade and goes, this looks good, yeah, and plants herself, and then a whole bunch of pears come falling off immediately because, it's kind of a little bit of a poof. Norfear is just picking them up.
2 hands with one, and I'm like, okay, this one.
Every time you pick one up, you and your
Fly? McFly?
What was McFly?
McFly, yeah.
I almost said Marty McFly. I almost said it. You and your fly just are like laying down a little bit more. Rosa C plants herself. You hear a wonderful sigh, and then, well, is someone gonna start the beat?
Pull my shield and start like just drumming against it.
So, oh, yes, please, by all means, never mind.
I have never said this word in the amount of time I've played this character. Alarith starts to beatbox.
I love it.
Good.
Penelope,
these are the verbal components for him casting plant growth, by the way, to make it so that the roots take easier.
Oh, okay. So, Norfear, give me a performance check. Alarith, give me a performance check with advantage. Penelope, what you doing?
Boom, boom,
Yes.
boom, boom. I'm so glad that we are friends, but this is where our story ends.
Oh, and the omniscient presence of the DM says, that is adorable, but I still want to ask Rex what he is doing. Give me a performance check.
I do love that.
Rex, what are you doing?
You know, one of the reasons I love playing one-shots with you, Lauren, is that somehow, and it's happened just about every time we've done this, the throwaway proficiencies that you add, like through your backgrounds and stuff, always come up with my characters. In addition to being proficient in dice, I am also proficient in drums. So this is an all rhythm section, and I'm gonna play the die on my back. That's what I'm gonna do.
Love it. I will say every time the die is hits as though it had been rolled, it flashes into a different color.
I love
and eventually you realize this D20, it just keeps changing color every time you roll it.
I love it. I'll roll it. No, I'm just gonna play it.
All right. Rex, give me a performance check. So
Yeah.
what everybody get?
I got a 15 for my performance check.
All right. Norfear?
Nerfer's gonna pull out his lute. So I don't have any percussion, but I got my lute, and he'll start playing that. And he got a 15.
And Penelope?
Yes. Come on. It's a 16.
And Rex?
The die fell out after I hit it the first time. I got a 7.
There's a moment as you start to bang. Everybody else is starting to jam. Penelope is just like she has written an entire song in the process of walking here. You have no idea how. You're starting to play on your back, and it's something about like the die doesn't quite work the right way, and you're having problems. And Rosacy walks up or leans over to you and says, "May I?"
Oh yeah.
And she takes the sticks and starts to drum on her trunk.
Yeah.
Because pearwood is actually a really good wood for musical instruments. And you all have a lovely little jam session here in her new glade as you have one D&D and completed your quest.
Yes.
One D&D, guys. That's it.
You've won D&D.
Mission is over. Bring on 6.
That's right.
All right. You've won D&D for tonight. How
okay.
Oh, well.
All right. In the last few minutes that we have, let's go around the horn so everybody can introduce themselves. We'll go backwards this time, so we will start with Treavor.
The order the first time.
Hey, hello, I am Treavor Bettis. I'm the community manager for Isle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheTrevor. There is an A hiding in there.
Excellent. Shawn?
Yeah, I'm Shawn. I'm customer support here at Isle Champions, and lots streaming on this channel, and so much. Except for this week. It's been an off week, so it's nice. You can find me on Twitter as at @ChaoticGoodMonk, and I'll be here.
I almost called you Rex. Shepherd.
Shepherd. I practiced that so many times. Shepherd. Hi, everybody. I am, in fact, Eugenio. You can find me online at DM Jazzy Hands. I stream here on Twitch. In fact, I will be streaming the very end of Mass Effect Andromeda tomorrow. We just have the little epilogue mission left, so like, if you haven't played and you care about spoilers, maybe tomorrow's not the stream to join my channel, but like, it's fine. What else am I doing? Rebels of Waterdeep Some Hiatus. Mondays, of course, we have 2 more Familiar Quest episodes that Hope and I are doing, so that's super exciting. And that's that. Come hang out. It's great. Thank you, Lauren. This is so fun.
And Hope.
Hi, I'm Hope LaVelle. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheHopeLaVelle. You can watch me and Lauren play on Children of Erte every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. PT, where it's good. It's good. You gotta check it out. It's really good. And then Mondays, for the next couple weeks, I will be playing Dottie. So hopefully you picked her up, and that she'll be a lot of fun for you.
Absolutely. Dottie the Dandelion Familiar. The reason we are all here playing this ridiculous game together today. Make sure you go into your game and pick her up in your formation so that you can help out a great cause and also have the most adorable familiar ever of all time.
The absolute most adorable.
Maybe tied with Pest. Who knows? I'm Lauren.
Thanks.
I'm Lauren. I've been your DM. I am the content coordinator here at Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. You can find me on Twitter as Obo Lauren. You can find me doing the Children of Erte show on Tuesdays, in where Hope is the best grandma in the world, and I am playing a character who is probably going to die. And so that is all for us. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you next encounter. Bye.
Bye.